Hello everybody, I'm a nurse practitioner, owner of Bloom Society, and I'm here with Joana.
Hi, I'm an aesthetics and permanent makeup artist.
So today, come with us to do our Bloom Talks episode of Consultations. Come with me to do the consultations. And here is Violetta. And welcome to episode 2 of Bloom Talks. Today we're going to cover consultations and how we do consultations at Bloom Society. We also have Joana here with us today. But
Hi guys.
And for today's purposes, we're actually going to use her mom just as a model, so I can show you her face and the treatments that we would recommend on her in order to help treat some of those areas, okay? So she's actually not a good candidate for under eye filler, and I'll tell you why. First, she has a lot of laxity in tissue, and this could be genetically why she has that. So if your mom or dad or somebody in your family naturally had this, I don't know if you think back, but one of them probably did, especially with the upper. So she's not a good candidate to do any type of filler here. However, what would help significantly tighten the upper and the lower without doing surgery would be the CO2 laser with a DECA setting. So I would recommend probably doing a series of 3, which we're gonna hopefully do on her if she allows us, a series of 3 to just tighten it. And guys, this is a laser, it's natural. We're not injecting her with anything. We're just using a laser to ablate and build collagen and slowly tighten that tissue area. So it's gonna look very natural as well without any scars, right? Because most often, close your eyes for me, when you do a blepharoplasty, you will see a scar still here. And it is gonna be in the lash line, but when clients close their eyes, you're still gonna see a little bit of that. I do some radius, just to help, not anything in the mid cheek at all, because it's gorgeous, beautiful. I would probably do a little bit in her jawline region and her gonion angle to strengthen that, as well as here. And that's gonna help give the tuck back that she needs. And then I'm gonna use the biotimulatory hyperdilute radius. We're using it for the collagen building aspect. So we're gonna do it subdermally to help build and rebuild that tissue. Because again, she actually doesn't need volume. She needs lifting and tightening of the skin. And then we're gonna do a DECA setting around her eyes. And honestly, probably I'll do her whole face just because it's really gonna take her to the next level when it comes to CO2. She did have a cool peel, and the cool peel is amazing. It's an amazing treatment. But in her situation, I would like to go a little bit more intense just to get more tightening. And also for the neck, what I would do, we could do a couple things. The best thing would be to actually add a little bit of radius, but we don't want to add too much because she actually has the tissue. We just want to tighten some of the superficial lines, which is, it's really not that bad actually. So what I would do is a syringe of radius to start. We could mix it with a little bit of filler and some toxin. It depends on the client. In her situation, I'd probably do radius, and then I would probably do a DECA lower setting CO2 there just to help build that collagen. Before, I was actually afraid to look at clients and say, this is what I really suggest. I would just keep it in my mind because I didn't want to insult clients. So we're not trying to insult you, but when we look at you, you might come in with one concern, but we might think that something else would help and brighten up your face. So we're just trying to help you get to a more natural you without making you look overdone. So what we create now is yearly plans, and we give you different prices ranges. So we might give you an aesthetics list and then an injectable list. And then it's up to you to decide kind of what you would like to go ahead with and in which order. But that way you know what to expect in order to reach your goals. So Violetta, tell me what you've noticing in your skin over the last couple of years, or what bothers you, what brings you in today?
So I don't like the skin on my eyes, under on my eyes.
Okay.
It bothers me so much. Okay. And the other thing is the spot, I have the dark spots on my face.
Okay. What else? Is there anything else with your skin? I know you're telling me a little bit earlier about your elasticity in your skin. You feel really soft.
Yes,
right?
My skin is really soft, yes.
So laxity?
Laxity.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And you mostly have, is it oily skin combination or dry?
It's oily skin.
Oily skin, okay.
Perfect.
So that's all it bothers you?
Oily skin.
Nothing else.
Okay, very good. You're very
Thank
beautiful.
you.
It's my mom, but I mean, she's gorgeous.
And I will say, I do a lot of consults, and I've seen a lot of women, and for her age, she actually looks beautiful. She has amazing cheek structure, and I can confidently say She has not had filler. We did cool peel on her, but she has not had filler. And I actually wouldn't even recommend doing Botox, especially on her forehead. She barely has lines at rest. That's crazy, guys. Like, she must really have taken care of her skin. I don't know, SPF or whatever, because her daughter, clearly, but she doesn't really have lines at rest. So I don't even see the need in doing Botox here. It's only gonna make her droop and her heaviness worse. So I would put a couple units in the frown because that's gonna help lift that muscle. And I would put a couple units around her eyes to open up her eyes and lift. But before I do all that, I would actually begin by doing the DECA treatment on her to help try and remove some of that skin as much as we can by tightening it. So what I would do is this is the order I would kind of treat her when it comes to injectable sides. So looking from head to toe. So I would probably do a DECA treatment on her face and neck. 2 weeks later, I would have her come back in and do some toxin around her eyes and in her frown. And then I might do a little bit in her, I want you to do this. Like sad smile, like you're so sad.
Sad.
I want you to say ee. So we look at the neck band. She doesn't really have a lot of pull on the neck band, so I probably wouldn't treat that. And honestly, the corners of her mouth are pretty elevated, so I wouldn't even treat her DAOs because the heaviness that she has here is not from her DA muscle being overactive. It's just from losing the bone on the gonion angle. So then after we do the DECA, and after we do the toxin, the same appointment, we could actually treat her with a syringe of Radiesse to build more collagen and tightening her skin naturally without volumizing it. So I would put it along the jawline in front of her ear just to tuck and pull everything back. And I might actually do some, so she does have a little bit of following, you can't see in the video, she does have a little bit of following in the posterior temple region near her hairline. So I actually would put a little bit of Radiesse there just to build a little bit of volume and a little bit of collagen stimulation, but that's gonna actually lift her up as well naturally because we're treating behind the line of ligaments, okay? So from the injectable sides, what I would recommend is one, you're gonna start with the DECA, full face and neck. And we do include prices in this as well. So the DECA full face and neck, there's a difference between mild, moderate, and intense. The reason I priced the intense at the price we did is because I pretty much want nobody to do that, but just the recovery is intense. So I'd rather someone do 2 mild than to do 1 intense, okay? So $1,200 for a mild. And when I say mild, it's because the rest of her skin, it's really not that bad. So I would do a mild settings, but I am gonna go probably moderate on certain areas, but I'm not gonna charge extra for that. And that's what I do with all my clients, and my clients know that. If sometimes I might say, you know what, let's do a cool peel, but I am gonna go with a mild setting in those areas. And I will just charge you for the lower price CO2 because I really do want you to reach your goals without breaking the bank, and I want it to be achievable. I want your beauty goals to be achievable. So that's the first. The second, I'm gonna say Botox. This is 2 weeks after her DECA. And we're gonna treat her frown with probably 12 units, and then her crows with 12 units for both sides, so times 2. So Joana, do your phone, if you could do the
yes.
total cost of that, because I want to be transparent with clients here and our viewers.
Okay.
So do 12 plus 12 plus 12, and then times 8. So that would be, so that would cost $280 for the Botox in those areas. And that you have to keep in mind that you do have to do it every 3 to 4 months in order to stay up on it. And then the third thing we could do it the same day or in a different session would be the Radiesse. And I would recommend Radiesse in the face and in the neck. So that would be $1,200. You don't have to do it in the same session. Again, this is just treatments we recommend. You split them up as you wish. However, we will say, and we might stress, okay, you know what, if you're gonna pick one of all of these, I might say start with the DECA or start with the Radiesse. So we'll give you an indication depending on what your goals are, if you have any events that you're looking forward to in the next little bit. So we're gonna go, it's very, very personalized. So every client that's gonna walk in here is gonna have different goals. And then we're gonna hand it over to Joana, where she's gonna do the skin assessment and skin recommendations as well.
Again, as Aida said, we go 360 plan on every single client. That's more for your knowledge. You obviously don't have to do everything at the same time, but it's good for you to know what your skin is. So going back to my mom right now with her skin, there's a few things I'll recommend on her. As you know, she has very beautiful skin. She's very soft. She's very hydrated, I would say.
Yeah,
so
very
that's
actually.
really, really good.
And you know what? Postmenopausal, I'm not saying you are or you're not. I'm not going to ask. We don't need to know that. But if in postmenopause, your skin actually gets drier because you're losing the estrogen and progesterone. And her skin is really plump, so I don't know, you're doing stuff at home, obviously.
Yes. I already
Maybe
have
the
her.
cool peel she had done helped
Cool
too.
peel, and I already have her on the Universe Skin Serum.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's amazing.
Little
for
secret
pigment.
over there. Yes, so one thing I would start with will be a chemical peel. And why? It's because I want all her dry skin, my apologies. All her skin, the topical of the surface, to go away, to literally burn off. Why? Because every time we do any type of skincare or, you know, future treatments, we'll go deeper and better into the skin.
Better
right?
absorption.
Better absorption.
And our skin cells turn over every 90 days, right? So if you're not doing any type of exfoliation, whether that's chemical or resurfacing, your skin just kind of piles on top of each other, right? So this chemical peel is a cost-effective way to help give you guys that little bit of a glow, help your pigment, help the pores. Honestly, I loved my result with the chemical peels.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it all because I obviously own the devices and I want to see kind of where I can push my skin. But chemical peels are, guys, a great alternative to the more expensive lasers, and it gives you very good results.
One thing you guys need to know is because not a lot of people know that everybody can do a chemical peel. It's for all skin, only because especially after the summertime and entering the winter, you do want to shed off all that skin that was accumulated. So that will definitely help.
And everybody can do it
especially
because we have the chemical peel that we get from pharmacy. So
yes, it's compounded. We do our own chemicals, so
from
it's
Pace
safe.
Pharmacy, yeah.
Also, what else I would do with her, definitely I would do an IPL. And the reason I do an IPL Lumeka is that I really want to hit really deep on those pigmentation in her skin to lift them all up. So what happens, your skin will get a little bit darker spots, and that's just part of the treatment. So it's not something to worry about. And
Flecks of sand.
yeah, don't be scared. It's just regular treatment that happens. And after that, that falls off.
And honestly, actually Lumeka IPL, the IPL will also help with the pores too. You will see a reduction in the pores, even though we're targeting your pigment. So I just wanted to add that in.
Yes, great. So another thing I would do, she definitely would do another cool peel eventually, because we want to keep up that skin texture getting better. I can already see from the first one we did, her pores got way smaller, and I still see them a tiny bit, which that definitely is gonna help. And another combination with Radius and Cool Peel, it gives a better effect as well, right?
Yeah.
With her
But
elasticity.
also, so I wanted to add something and now I'm blanking out. Oh my gosh. Hydrofacials to help clear the pores as well. Especially somebody who doesn't cleanse. Like, I'll be honest, I know my pores got bad. I never cleansed. I only cleansed if I had makeup on, which is horrible. And then I use this like pink makeup remover. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yes.
It's like a towel.
Yes.
That's all I did. So you need to double cleanse. Otherwise your
have to
pores
double
are going to
cleanse.
get clogged and they're going to expand. So a hydrofacial before any of this will help clear those pores as well.
Absolutely. I feel
And
like
help
it's
them
the
get
big,
smaller.
yeah, it's like the starter, I feel like, of every treatment. I feel like everybody needs that at least once a month.
Yeah.
If you can add that into your schedule, please, once a month, you will see a huge glow and better skin for sure. It's gonna definitely help.
And also with Cool Peel, so we recommend a series of 3. Now you can technically do one every 4 weeks. What I recommend to my clients is if you're a regular Botox user, come in for a Cool Peel, 2 weeks later come in for your Botox, finish the series of 3, and then just do one yearly on your birthday. If it falls in the summer, you could decide, but pick a month out of the year and do it once a year to help maintain that collagen stimulation and help getting a deeper resurfacing done. It really helps with the anti-aging process for sure.
And one thing I really want to add is because not everybody wants to do the DECA, but keep in mind, with Cool Peel, you're probably going to need a lot more sessions,
Yes.
especially under the eyes. You're probably not going to get the same effect you get with the DECA CO2. The DECA CO2, even in a first session,
Yes.
you see significantly big change, big difference. So something to keep in mind. So
And even a mild setting with DECA, to be
Yes,
honest. But
yes.
I often combine. So if someone comes in and let's say their budget only allows for a Cool Peel, I'm still gonna do a DECA because mentally, ethically, I feel like that's the right thing to do. I know this is a business, spas are a business, but at the end of the day, I'm actually improving someone's confidence. So And all my clients who are watching this will probably say, yeah, you know what? I had a cool peel and she did do DECA on my eyes and around my mouth. And then after that, let's say you did a cool peel, now you just need your eyes tighter. We do offer the eyes only with DECA, and we only charge $300.
Yes.
So we want to make sure we're well priced.
And we do that combined together. Obviously,
Yes.
Aida has to do that as a medical expert. So you can book us for the cool peel, and then Aida will be doing DECA on your eyes. So you can do them the same day. So don't think that you cannot get it done in the same treatment day. Okay.
And honestly, even though you guys are booking the session with them, I'm still giving them the settings and I'm still coming in to assess your skin to make sure it's appropriate. And that's the beauty of having a medical director here. We can go above and beyond and actually give you medical grade either products or prescriptions, and also medical grade settings. So we will sit here and consult together and say, you know what, I think this clients need this. And if they can't do it, then I will step in and do those parts. But they can do the rest of the treatment. It's, they're very well trained. We have training with all the staff here.
We're very confident, but the best thing about having Aida here is that even when we don't know something and we want to reassure ourselves, Aida is here to actually make sure that our job is effective, is correct, and it's everything in order. So something that we don't know, you have to be 100% sure that you're in safe hands, because we have Aida. We always consult to make sure that whatever we say, it's correct.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add? How do you feel about what we offered you?
How do you feel?
Overwhelming,
so far?
probably?
It's a lot, a little bit.
No, it's not. It's everything perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be overwhelming, so that's why we give the client home with the sheet. We're gonna take a close-up on what we write down in our recommendation. And we are working on having our receptionist actually take pictures and faxing or emailing them to the client, so that way you have it in person verbally, you have it written, and you have it emailed later in case you lose it.
Yes, of course.
The other thing I wanted you to go over is skincare, what you would recommend for her.
Yes, so for skincare. So 100% we all need to have SPF, so that's something I feel like I don't really need to mention.
Please. Winter, I don't care. I never did.
Winter, even inside the home, if your window is open, your curtains are open, that sunlight comes in, you need SPF at home. I know it sounds like a joke, but it's important, you guys. So, and I make sure that she always does it. She never leaves the house without SPF. Another important thing.
And you can tell, honestly, I'll be honest, you can tell, because I have that pigment issue. Because I'm so embarrassed to say I didn't wear SPF. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I don't need it. I have great skin. I have great genetics. And then I did a scan, and I can't believe how deep my pigment is, and it's so hard to remove because I never wore SPF.
And I have to say, she's never done tanning beds. Never.
And you can tell.
Never. And still she has some pigmentation. That's because being out in the sun, right? We can never avoid that.
Going for walks, taking care of grandkids.
Absolutely. Especially that. Another thing that I recommend will be a Lumiere hydration. I recommend a week from a Lumiere Hydro Dew, and that's only because she has combination skin and it's a bit lighter as well, right?
Yeah.
And also Universe Skin, the serum. So what happens with those, we have a lot of different kinds that we combine together.
And they're active ingredients that you literally can compound from pharmacy.
Absolutely.
So that's what we love about, that's why I brought on Universe Skin. I'm like, I feel like I'm a pharmacist in my own clinic.
Yes, well, she is. She can subscribe to your prescriptions, which is amazing. But one thing, Universe Skin is really, really good. It focuses a lot on the pigmentation, especially in her situation, and it can help lighten the pigment in her skin. So that is something that you can also combine after cool peel or any other treatment that you do for your face.
And then the Bright and Clear Toner as well that we discussed earlier.
Yes, and Bright and Clear Toner, and that would actually help. Probably gonna have to use it every other day, not every day. Just because your skin doesn't really need so much of it.
But I would do it because it's going to help tighten the pores. It's a very good toner. And honestly, she did mention earlier she has oily skin. So it will actually help dry that a little bit. And it'll help also brighten her complexion.
Yes. And after that, after every treatment, we actually do another consult and see how her face is. And based on that, we continue to offer other
And follow up. So like, let's say she does one treatment today. I'm going to have her back within a month, depending on what treatment she has, just to see, okay, how are we going? How are we doing? What do you want to do the next step? And these, oftentimes, when clients come in for consultations, they'll say like, I feel like I'm aging, help me. So it sounds like, oh my God, you guys are offering her to do all this stuff. It's like, no, the clients want us to give them a plan. They want us to tell them, how do I get to my goals? And that's why we offer a yearly plan to slowly get you to those goals.
Exactly.
All right, so if you have any other questions, you can feel free to DM me or Joanna as well, or book a consultation in clinic today, and we'd love to help you. And thank you for watching this consultation video, and hope you have a great day, and don't forget to bloom into natural you. Bye.
Bye.